As the title indicates, have you found any secret compartments in your RV? And it's really strange. When I was working in my son's trailer, I was doing some other things, a little bit of plumbing, and I noticed this panel in the living area, and I thought, what's behind that panel? And I took it out. Sure enough, here's a compartment, totally empty, and wondering why on earth the manufacturer did not use this space. So I started looking around some more, and I found no less than 3 compartments that had been completely closed off during manufacturing, and we ended up turning these into usable space. Now, in a small 18-foot trailer like this, any space you can reclaim or gain is a bonus. And on top of that, I'm going to include 3 small projects that I did as well for his trailer to further increase his storage space and convenience. And we'll get on to it right now, and we'll show you one by one how we found them and what we did with them. Now, the first area we're going to look at is above the dinette. You can see below this cupboard there's the window valance, and the dinette table is right below this. There was a panel in here that housed the original factory stereo CD player and AM/FM radio. So we're going to take this panel out and use that space to our own advantage. And what you see here is at the top in the yellow arrow, my son installed his automotive stereo, which is far better quality than the one that was in the trailer to start with. And we've removed the wood panel that held the stereo. It's the black arrow. All you see there is the back wall. And then there's you can see with the blue arrow at the bottom, you can see a bit of the top of the light. Well, we put a molding in there, a piece of oak, and we're going to trim this out nicely and with some moldings, and put in a couple of little shelves in here. And it's a convenient little spot in the kitchen area. They can put their phones in there, sunglasses, whatever. And what you've got now is a space that is handier than the old radio that was in there that really didn't work very well anyway. So our second secret compartment, as you can see, here is a solid panel below the 2 drawers and the wardrobe above. It's located between the dinette and the bed, and it's just a solid panel set in place. So what we did is I took a block of wood and I placed it against the face of this on the edge where the molding is, tapped it lightly, and because they're only stapled on from behind, they come apart quite easily. So I just tapped out this panel, and we got ourselves a new secret compartment. Now, sorry, the picture is a little bit blurry, but as you can see back in there, there's the wheel well for the trailer, and on top of the wheel well there's space, and of course there's space on the floor here inside the opening, and it made for a great compartment for their shoes. You can see I've already got the door on. I made 2 new doors using the panels that I took off of the trailer, so I didn't have to buy any paneling, and it matched perfectly. So I cut some exterior moldings, made a door frame, and then fastened the panel in behind it, new hinges, doorknobs, and that made for a brand new door for our new opening. Now you'll see 2 doors here, and one is for one more compartment that we're going to look at, and it's even a bigger compartment. Now on the other side of the trailer there was 2 more solid panels, and one, as we're looking at right here, was right below the oven, and we managed to take the drawer out. You see the drawer to the right there, pulled that drawer out and looked down inside there, and that in fact is not an empty compartment. That is where the water pump is, and there's a bunch of wiring and the plumbing, gas plumbing for the actual oven and stove. So we couldn't salvage any space and simply left that one in place. But to the left of that, underneath the refrigerator, was another solid panel. We thought, well, what could be in there? So we pulled that panel out, or tapped that panel out like we did with the other one, saved it to make a new door, which you've already seen in the previous slide, the door I made for this one. And lo and behold, the only thing that was in this giant compartment, again over the wheel well, was the cord for plugging in your power. And it was just taking up the whole compartment. So what we ended up doing is we ended up putting in a small bulkhead in this area. I just fastened a strip of wood to the floor and to the underside of the refrigerator, and put in a bulkhead which kept the cord separate from the actual compartment we're looking at right now. And so I left enough space so there was lots of space for the cord to fold in there, and yet it gave us this very large bin with a door on it again, which made an excellent cupboard for all the pots and pans. It was just enormous. So there's your third and final secret compartment in one small 18-foot trailer. Now I think I'm going to end it here because I do have some other suggestions to maximize your space. So I think I'll make a part 2 on this and show you some of the few things that I made for this trailer to also add some convenience and space. So we'll end it there. Thank you for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video when you come and join me to see what other things I put into this small trailer.